Bathed in the warm glow of day, Marianne's elegant figure stands out as she lovingly tends to her vibrant garden. A splash of color and life. The garden thrives under her care, each bloom a testament to her gentle touch. Victor arrives, a wide, genuine smile lighting up his face as he approaches his idyllic home. His eyes lock onto Marianne, a silent promise of joy and companionship shared between them. In a tender moment, they meet amidst the flowers, embracing with a love that seems to bloom eternally. Sunlight streams down upon them, sealing their embrace in a golden, timeless tableau of affection. Sunlight fills the doctor's office, illuminating dust motes as Marianne and Victor sit, a blend of hope and anxiety etched on their faces. Marianne leans forward, her gaze intense, a hopeful glint in her eyes as she focuses on the doctor. Victor's supportive gesture, his arm around Marianne, belies the unease flickering across his face. The sunlight streams, casting long shadows that amplify the tense anticipation hanging in the air. In the quiet bedroom, Marianne prepares the fertility injection, her hands steady despite the weight of hope and uncertainty. A sharp intake of breath as the needle pierces her skin, a fleeting wince betraying the physical and emotional sting. From the bed, Victor watches, his face an enigmatic mask of hope wrestling with deep-seated anxiety. Their eyes meet, a silent exchange of vulnerability and shared dreams in the intimate space. In the stark morning light, Marianne confronts her reflection, tracing the subtle lines etched by time. Her fingertips brush against her cheek, a silent acknowledgement of change. The cool porcelain offers no solace, only a stark reflection of the present. A resolute whisper escapes her lips. "It's all worth it. It has to be." Marianne stands at the kitchen counter, a portrait of intense focus as she meticulously prepares a healthy meal. Her movements are precise, each calorie and nutrient carefully measured, a silent ritual of wellness. Victor enters, his presence immediately disrupting the calm. He ignores Marianne and grabs a snack from the fridge. Without a word or glance, he strides out, leaving Marianne alone, her efforts seemingly unnoticed and unappreciated. In the sterile doctor's office, Marianne lies pale on the examination table, her face a canvas of exhaustion. A cold, metallic instrument glints under the harsh light as the doctor continues the invasive procedure. Her discomfort is palpable, a silent endurance etched on her weary face. The room feels stark and isolating, highlighting Marianne's vulnerability. Victor's absence looms large, casting a shadow over the already tense atmosphere. In the dim bedroom, Marianne lies awake, her eyes fixed on the ceiling as thoughts swirl in her mind. A subtle shift in her posture reveals discomfort, her hand protectively resting on her stomach. A wave of nausea washes over Marianne's face, her expression a mix of distress and quiet endurance. Beside her, Victor sleeps soundly, lost in peaceful dreams, unaware of Marianne's inner turmoil. The contrast between their states heightens the emotional tension, the silence amplifying Marianne's solitary struggle. Marianne's reflection stares back, a stranger with red, swollen eyes. The bathroom is silent, save for her shallow breaths. Her face is puffy, almost unrecognizable, a stark contrast to the beauty she once knew. Her hair, once thick and lustrous, now hangs thin and brittle, a visible sign of deep distress. With trembling fingers, she reaches out to touch the mirror, tracing the lines etched onto her reflection. Each line tells a story of sleepless nights and silent tears, a map of her inner turmoil. A deep sigh escapes her lips as she confronts the ghost of herself in the cold, unforgiving glass. Warm lamplight paints the living room as Marianne seeks Victor's gaze, a silent plea in her eyes. Victor, lost in the cool glow of his phone, remains detached, his thumb a blur across the screen. A dismissive wave is her only acknowledgement, his eyes glued to the digital world. The room is split by light and shadow, mirroring the growing chasm between them. Warm light bathes the restaurant as Marianne and Victor share laughter with friends, silverware clinking in the air. A joke about Marianne's weight gain cuts through the mirth, casting a shadow over her expression. Victor's laughter amplifies the sting, his obliviousness a sharp contrast to Marianne's pain. A blush creeps up Marianne's neck, betraying her vulnerability as she shrinks inward. The laughter continues around her, each burst a reminder of her isolation in the shared space. Her eyes reflect a silent plea, lost in the lively chaos of the dinner party. In the brightly lit kitchen, Marianne scrubs at a stubborn stain, her movements sharp and tense. Each clatter of dish against dish echoes in the empty house, amplifying the silence of Victor's absence. The sterile kitchen feels cold, a palpable sense of isolation hanging heavy in the air. The residue of a humiliating evening lingers, unspoken, in every corner of the desolate space. Victor enters the dimly lit bedroom, a heavy scent of alcohol clinging to him like a shroud. Marianne lies in bed, her form a silent question in the shadows. Victor pointedly avoids her gaze, his movements heavy with unspoken tension. He moves with a deliberate slowness, each step echoing in the silent room. The space between them in the room feels vast, filled with unspoken words and unresolved emotions. He gets into his side of the bed. The silence becomes a palpable weight, pressing down on them both. Sunlight fills the living room, illuminating dust. Marianne sits tensely on the sofa, hands clasped. Victor stands by the window, his back to Marianne, absorbed by his phone. Marianne's voice trembles as she asks, "Victor, can we talk about us?" Victor replies dismissively, "Not now, Marianne. I'm swamped. This can wait." In the dim bedroom, Marianne curls into herself on the bed, a picture of utter solitude. Silent tears trace paths down her cheeks, each drop a testament to her inner turmoil. "I feel like I'm losing myself," Marianne whispers, her voice barely audible in the quiet room. Her words hang in the air, a stark declaration of a soul adrift, swallowed by the night. Warm light bathes the restaurant as Victor and a younger woman share smiles across a candlelit table. Soft chatter and gentle clinking of glasses fill the air, a symphony of romance. Their laughter rings out, bright and carefree, cutting through the ambient noise. They lean in, drawn together by an invisible force, their eyes sparkling with playful flirtation. A shared glance, a moment suspended in time, hints at a deeper connection blooming in the soft light. Dim light casts long shadows across the bedroom, painting a portrait of unease and unspoken tension. Victor stands stiffly, his face burning with anger, a storm brewing behind his eyes. Marianne sits defeated on the bed's edge, her shoulders slumped under the weight of his words. Tears begin to, reflecting the dim light. "I can't stay married to someone who no longer looks presentable," Victor says, his words cutting through the silence. In the dim bedroom, Victor's calm demeanor belies the urgency in his precise movements as he packs a small bag. He hands the bag to Marianne, his eyes reflecting a mix of concern and resolve. The weight of the moment settles between them, unspoken fears hanging heavy in the air. Victor's voice, though gentle, carries an undeniable command. "It's time for you to leave." Marianne's expression is unreadable as she accepts the bag, her fate sealed with a silent nod. Marianne steps out into the night, a lonely figure against the cold, indifferent city lights. Clutching her bag, her shoulders bear the crushing weight of silent burdens. Each step away from home deepens her isolation. Tears blur the neon glow as she walks into the anonymity of the streets. Lost in the city's vastness, Marianne vanishes into the shadows. In the dim motel room, Marianne sits on the bed's edge, the stale scent of cleaner hanging heavy in the air. Her eyes, hollow and distant, stare blankly into the shadows stretching across the worn-out space. The bleak light emphasizes the room's desolation, each corner whispering tales of transient stays and forgotten dreams. Regret lingers like a tangible presence, clinging to the cheap furniture and faded wallpaper. Nowhere to go, she remains isolated in the room. Inside the soup kitchen, a heavy silence blankets the room, broken only by the shuffling of feet and distant hollow coughs. Marianne shuffles forward, her shoulders slumped under an invisible weight, each step echoing her despair. Defeat is etched deeply into the lines of her face, a stark testament to battles fought and lost. The queue inches forward, each movement measured, deliberate, as if conserving what little energy remains. Reaching the serving counter, a wave of shame washes over her, a bitter reminder of her current plight. Her eyes, once bright, are now dulled with resignation, reflecting the harsh reality of her circumstances. Under humming fluorescent lights, Marianne drags a heavy mop across the gleaming office floor, her movements heavy with fatigue. Each swipe echoes in the empty office, a rhythm of exhaustion marking the passage of a long night. Long shadows stretch and twist around her, mirroring her weariness as she cleans. The polished floor reflects the stark light, a cold reminder of the endless task before her. Her shoulders slump further with each step, her demoralization etched in every weary gesture. Sunlight filters through the leaves as Marianne sits on a park bench, her gaze lost in the canopy above. A gentle breeze whispers through the trees, carrying with it the weight of her unspoken sorrow. Her fingers trace the worn wood of the bench, each touch a silent echo of her despair. "I feel hopeless," she whispers, the words barely audible against the rustling leaves. Her solitary figure is a stark contrast to the vibrant life blooming around her. Sunlight floods the therapist's office, illuminating dust motes and the polished surfaces of a room designed for solace. Marianne perches on the edge of the plush couch, her posture tense, hands clasped tightly in her lap. Her gaze drifts, taking in the diplomas lining the walls, symbols of expertise and understanding. Calming artwork adorns the room, a silent invitation to open up and find peace within. A hesitant but resilient spirit flickers in Marianne's eyes, reflecting a willingness to confront her inner turmoil. She is ready to try, to embark on a journey of self-discovery, seeking solace and healing in this sanctuary. Sunlight bathes the therapist's office as Marianne sits on the couch, a cluster of tissues clutched tightly in her trembling hand. Her voice wavers, a delicate balance of sadness and fierce resolve etched across her tear-stained features. With each word spoken, her shoulders begin to relax, the tension gradually releasing its grip. A faint, fragile smile flickers across her lips, a beacon of hope in the dimly lit space. The heavy burden she carries seems to lighten, her eyes sparkling with renewed optimism. In the warm, inviting atmosphere, Marianne begins to shed the weight of her past, embracing a brighter future. Sunlight floods the therapist's office, motes of dust swirling in golden rays. Marianne sits forward, a stark contrast to her previous unease, her eyes shining. Her hands, once restless, are now still, reflecting a newfound inner peace. Dr. Armstrong listens intently, a warm, encouraging smile on her face. Marianne's voice is steady and strong, filled with newfound conviction. She feels the burgeoning strength within, like a seed breaking through earth. Sunlight floods the library, illuminating dust motes as Marianne sits surrounded by towering stacks of books. Her brow furrowed in deep concentration, she pores over textbooks, a determined glint in her eyes. The air is thick with the scent of old paper and the weight of untold stories. Motivation surges through her as she seeks to rebuild her career, one page at a time. Under the cold fluorescent lights, rows of desks stretch into the classroom's depths, awaiting the night's scholars. Marianne, brow furrowed, is lost in concentration, her focused energy a beacon in the quiet room. A slight smile touches Marianne's lips, hinting at the satisfaction of intellectual pursuit. She glances at her classmates, a quiet acknowledgement of shared struggles and triumphs. A sense of camaraderie flickers in her eyes, a silent bond formed in the crucible of learning. Inside a sterile office, Marianne faces Mr. Henderson, her posture betraying a mix of nerves and determination. Her hands are clasped tightly, a silent plea for composure in the face of the looming interview. She meets his gaze, a fragile attempt to project unwavering confidence and competence. A measured inhale, a subtle recalibration of her inner resolve against the mounting pressure. Every glance, every gesture is calibrated to convey an impression of unyielding capability. The air crackles with unspoken expectations, each second stretching into an eternity of judgment. Marianne sits at her desk, the computer screen's glow reflecting in her focused eyes. A stack of files sits neatly, each symbolizing a new opportunity. She adjusts her posture, a subtle sign of inner resolve. Her quiet determination radiates throughout the office, a powerful force. Lamplight bathes Marianne's apartment in a cozy glow, a sanctuary of warmth against the night. Vibrant colors explode from a half-finished painting, a blooming landscape taking shape on the easel. Pride swells as I survey the tidy space, a stark contrast to the chaos that once reigned. Each object in its place, a testament to newfound order and peace. The air is still, holding the promise of quiet evenings and creative pursuits. A genuine smile graces my lips, a reflection of the calm that has settled within. Sunlight floods the office, illuminating the overwhelming chaos of papers piled high on Marianne's desk. The weight of responsibility is etched deeply into Marianne's face, a portrait of quiet disappointment. Each sunlit mote of dust seems to mock the stillness, highlighting the stagnation in the cluttered space. A subtle tremor in her hands betrays a deeper unease beneath her composed exterior. The mountain of documents looms, an imposing symbol of the challenges she faces. Lost in thought, Marianne's gaze drifts, reflecting the quiet despair that fills the sunlit office. Moonlight paints the room in stark shadows as Marianne lies in bed, lost in her solitude. Tears silently trace paths down her cheeks, each one a whisper of unspoken pain. Her gaze is fixed on the ceiling, a blank canvas reflecting the emptiness within her. The weight of unanswered questions presses down, heavy and suffocating in the quiet room. A single question escapes her lips, a fragile plea in the still night. Is survival really enough? The moonlight casts a long shadow, isolating Marianne in her despair. Under the stark glare of her desk lamp, Marianne battles a mountain of documents, her face a mask of grim resolve. The air vibrates with the furious clicks of the keyboard as her fingers dance, fueled by sheer determination. Each keystroke is a defiant act, a silent promise to conquer the overwhelming challenges ahead. Her persistent spirit fills the room, a beacon in the lonely hours, radiating strength and resilience. Inside the gym, Marianne persists in her routine, a dedication to physical and mental strength radiating from her. Each lift, each stretch, builds not just muscle, but a tangible sense of empowerment and self-assurance. The rhythmic clank of weights echoes, a steady beat accompanying her journey to inner and outer strength. Sweat glistens on her brow, a testament to the effort and discipline fueling her transformation. With each controlled movement, Marianne sculpts not just her body, but her spirit, reinforcing a powerful sense of self. In the soft, golden light of a lone lamp, Marianne sits in her armchair, a haven of tranquility in the night. Her fingers trace the worn pages of a beloved book, each touch a silent conversation with stories untold. A serene smile blossoms on her lips, a mirror to the quiet joy found within the book's embrace. The gentle curve of her smile deepens, reflecting a profound contentment that fills the room. Lost in the narrative, her eyes dance across the lines, each word painting vivid images in her mind. Peace radiates from her, a palpable aura of calm enveloping her as she savors each moment. Sunlight floods the modern office as Marianne beams, a picture of success framed by the towering windows. Mr. Henderson returns her smile, a gesture of genuine pride in his employee's achievement. "I am so thrilled. I won't let you down," Marianne declares, her voice ringing with gratitude and ambition. "You've earned it," Mr. Henderson replies, his words a warm accolade to her dedication. "We're excited to see what you accomplish," he adds, as colleagues gather around, their faces lit with joy. A chorus of congratulations fills the air, celebrating Marianne's well-deserved promotion. Sunlight floods the office, illuminating Marianne at the head of the table, a picture of poised authority. She addresses her team with calm assurance, her voice resonating with confidence and resolve. The team listens intently, their faces reflecting respect and unwavering attention to her every word. A palpable sense of unity and purpose fills the sun-drenched office, led by Marianne's steady hand. Marianne strides into Victor's workplace, her steps echoing with newfound confidence. Her posture radiates authority, a stark contrast to her past demeanor. Whispers follow her as she navigates the office, a figure both familiar and strikingly different. This marks her first day as the operations director, a role she embodies with fierce determination. The transformation is complete. She is unrecognizable, a force to be reckoned with. Inside the elevator, Marianne is gripped by anticipation and nervousness, a visible knot in her stomach betraying her inner turmoil. She clutches a worn leather briefcase, its weight a tangible symbol of the fragile contents within. The elevator ascends, each floor a step closer to the unknown. A bead of sweat trickles down her forehead, mirroring the gravity of the moment. The briefcase, a silent sentinel, hints at the life-altering decisions awaiting her. Victor freezes, eyes wide with disbelief. Across the office, Marianne stands like a ghost. 4 years melt away in a silent, heavy moment. Unspoken words hang in the air, thick with the past. Guilt washes over Victor, a suffocating wave. His past actions now haunt the present. Marianne presides at the head of the polished table, a beacon of composure amidst the executive team. Her gestures are calm, measured, projecting an air of unwavering authority and control. Victor and the other executives watch her intently, their expressions a mixture of respect and anticipation. The long table reflects the bright daylight, mirroring the gravity of the decisions about to unfold. In the bustling cafeteria, Marianne shares lunch with her colleagues, her presence radiating warmth. A friendly smile plays on Marianne's lips as she engages in lighthearted conversation. Her approachable demeanor makes her a central figure among the lunchtime crowd. The cafeteria buzzes with life, centered around Marianne's open and welcoming spirit. Victor stands fidgeting, his unease palpable against the sterile backdrop of the office. His hands twist nervously as he glances around, the silence amplifying his internal turmoil. He waits for Marianne, his worry etched deeply into his face. A silent plea, a sense of desperation hangs heavy in the air as he anticipates the confrontation. He is poised, ready to explain, to justify, to salvage what hangs precariously in the balance. In a sterile office, Marianne sits poised across from Victor, an island of calm in a sea of potential turmoil. Her hands are folded with meticulous care, each finger a testament to her carefully constructed composure. Her gaze is steady, betraying nothing of the storm brewing within, a mask of serenity. The air thickens with unspoken tension, each breath held as the confrontation looms. Inside the office, the tension is palpable as Victor and Marianne face each other, unspoken words hanging heavily in the air. Victor shifts, his gaze falling to the floor as remorse etches lines into his face. The weight of his past actions seems to crush him, bending his posture with regret. "Marianne, I am truly sorry for my past behavior. I'm ashamed of how I acted," Victor confesses, his voice raw with sincerity. In the office, Victor speaks, but Marianne's gaze remains distant, her expression unreadable. Victor's words hang in the air, unanswered. Marianne stands still, unaffected by his apology. A palpable silence fills the room as Marianne absorbs Victor's words without a flicker of emotion. Her stillness speaks volumes, revealing a profound disconnect as Victor's heartfelt words fall flat. Sunlight floods the minimalist office as Marianne sits, her face a canvas of exhaustion and hard-won peace. The air vibrates with unspoken emotions, a palpable weight of past struggles hanging heavy. Her hands are clasped tight, knuckles white, a silent testament to battles fought and survived. She speaks with quiet strength, her gaze steady, a survivor's resolve etched in every line. "It wasn't easy," Marianne says, her voice a low hum in the sunlit room. "There were times I didn't think I'd make it, but I kept fighting, one day at a time." Sunlight floods the minimalist office where Marianne and Victor face each other, the air heavy with unspoken history. Marianne's quiet strength is a stark contrast to the vulnerability Victor remembers. "I learned how to live after you left, Victor," Marianne says, her voice steady. "I am independent and self-sufficient now," she declares, a subtle challenge in her eyes. Marianne walks away from Victor, each step deliberate, her figure framed against the bright daylight. Victor watches her go, regret etching lines onto his face as the weight of his actions settles heavily upon him. There's a lightness to Marianne now, a palpable sense of release, as if a long-held burden has finally been shed. She is whole at last, her spirit unbroken, her resolve unwavering as she exits the office. The lingering silence in the office amplifies Victor's solitary struggle with the consequences of his choices. Sunlight bathes the city street as Marianne strides forward, a radiant smile gracing her lips. Each step is imbued with a newfound lightness, a visible manifestation of her liberation. Her eyes sparkle with an indomitable spirit, reflecting the freedom she now embraces. The city becomes her canvas, each building and passerby bearing witness to her empowered stride. She walks with purpose, an aura of confidence surrounding her as she navigates her path ahead. In the dim light of her apartment, Marianne stands before the mirror, her gaze intense and unwavering. A reflection stares back, a visage of strength, resilience, etched into every line. The woman in the mirror exudes confidence, a silent declaration of self-assurance. Marianne confronts her own image, acknowledging the power she sees within. In the quiet solitude, a bond forms between Marianne and her reflected self. Sunlight streams into the therapist's office, illuminating the quiet space where Marianne sits, a sense of closure palpable. Dust motes dance in the sunbeams, creating a serene atmosphere. Marianne reflects on her journey. A subtle smile graces Marianne's lips as she acknowledges the support she's received. Gratitude fills the room as Marianne prepares to move forward, renewed and hopeful. The therapist's office, now a sanctuary of reflection and healing, awaits its next chapter. Sunlight dapples through the trees as Marianne sits peacefully on a park bench, the warmth seeping into her skin. Children's laughter echoes around her, their carefree play a vibrant dance of joy in the green expanse. A serene smile graces Marianne's lips as she watches, a quiet contentment settling over her features. In this moment, she is at peace. The park a sanctuary reflecting the harmony within her soul. Sunlight floods a modern office as Marianne, confident, sits across from Chloe, offering a warm, encouraging smile. "The most important thing I've learned is to trust your instincts," Marianne advises, her gaze steady and supportive. Chloe's vulnerability surfaces. "It's just, sometimes I feel like I'm not good enough, that I don't have what it takes," Marianne reassures. "Everyone feels that way, Chloe. Even me. But you have to remember why you started. And don't be afraid to ask for help," Marianne adds, her sincerity palpable. Chloe responds, "Thank you, Marianne." Soft spotlights cast a warm glow across the art gallery, highlighting the vibrant artworks adorning the walls. Marianne moves with quiet grace, her eyes thoughtfully scanning each masterpiece. A vibrant abstract painting captures her attention, its bold colors and shapes drawing her in. She pauses, her head tilting slightly as she absorbs the depth and complexity of the artwork. Lost in contemplation, Marianne seems to find a hidden narrative within the abstract forms. The gallery fades into background as the painting's colors reflect in Marianne's thoughtful gaze. Warm candlelight bathes Marianne as laughter fills the restaurant, each flicker painting her face with joy. Murmurs of stories fill the air, mingling with the gentle clinking of glasses and the soft light. Genuine affection sparkles in her friend's eyes, mirroring Marianne's radiant happiness. A shared glance, a silent promise of support, binds them together in the lively night. Friendship glows brighter than any candle, casting a warm, comforting light on their gathering. In her apartment, Marianne moves with unrestrained joy, her silhouette framed by the soft glow of the city lights. Her laughter echoes in the room, each twirl a testament to her liberation and self-discovery. She dances without inhibition, as if the music flows through her, animating every step and gesture. In this solitary dance, Marianne reclaims her narrative, celebrating her independence with every graceful movement. Marianne strides along the shore, the vast expanse of the beach mirroring the depth within her. With each step, the cool, damp sand molds beneath her feet, grounding her to the earth. A serene expression graces her features as she connects with the rhythm of the waves. Nature's embrace envelops her, whispering secrets of self-discovery in the gentle sea breeze. Sunlight floods the museum, illuminating Marianne as she gazes in awe at a towering dinosaur skeleton. She moves with purpose, her fingers lightly tracing the contours of ancient pottery. Her brow furrows in concentration, her eyes scanning each plaque with a thirst for knowledge. She pauses, captivated by a display of ancient artifacts, her eyes wide with wonder. The museum's silent halls echo with the unspoken stories of ages past, reflected in Marianne's enraptured gaze. Chandeliers cast a soft glow as a hushed reverence falls over the opulent concert hall. Marianne, eyes wide with anticipation, sits amidst the formally dressed audience. The orchestra tunes up, a cacophony of instruments resolving into a delicate harmony. Marianne closes her eyes, her face bathed in the warm light, awaiting the music. The music swells, a complex tapestry of sound beginning to wash over Marianne. Her face reflects a profound appreciation as the symphony envelops her. Sunlight floods the coffee shop as Marianne sits by the window, lost in the pages of her book. A gentle smile graces her lips, reflecting the quiet joy she finds in her solitude. Dust motes dance in the sunbeams, creating a serene atmosphere around her. The murmur of conversations fades as she immerses herself deeper into the story. Inside the volunteer center, light streams through the windows, illuminating Marianne as she begins sorting donated clothes. A gentle smile graces Marianne's face, a reflection of the profound sense of purpose that guides her actions. Each piece of clothing passes through Marianne's hands, handled with care and respect. Her focused gaze reflects a deep commitment to serving others, her quiet dedication filling the room. Sunlight warms the scene, highlighting the textures of the fabrics and the sincerity in Marianne's eyes. The volunteer center hums with quiet activity, a haven of hope and community spirit embodied by Marianne. At her station, Marianne surveys a colorful array of ingredients, anticipation lighting her face. With meticulous care, she measures spices, a small, contented smile gracing her lips. The jovial chef demonstrates a delicate sauce, his movements fluid and practiced. Marianne watches intently, her eyes sparkling with a thirst for culinary knowledge. The air fills with the aroma of herbs and spices as culinary magic unfolds. Marianne stands at the counter, brochures arrayed like a vibrant tapestry of dreams before her. Her finger traces the glossy image of a bustling foreign marketplace, teeming with life and color. Her eyes shine, reflecting the bright promise of adventure and the allure of the unknown. A smile blossoms on her face, radiant with anticipation for journeys yet to be taken. The air crackles with her unspoken excitement, a silent symphony of wanderlust and discovery. Each brochure whispers tales of faraway lands, beckoning her towards a horizon brimming with possibilities. At the bustling airport, Marianne strides confidently towards the boarding stairs, a small backpack her only companion. Her squared shoulders and focused eyes betray an aura of fearlessness and independence. She steps onto the plane, a solitary figure embarking on an unknown journey. Sunlight glints off the metal of the aircraft, a silent promise of distant lands. The plane awaits, ready to carry her away from the familiar. Under a bright, foreign sun, Marianne steps into a vibrant city, ready to embrace the unknown. Her eyes widen, taking in the colorful tapestry of bustling streets and unfamiliar architecture. The sounds of a new language wash over her, a symphony of voices and distant music filling the air. She pauses by a flower stall, the vibrant blooms mirroring the excitement bubbling within her. A smile touches her lips as she reaches out, her fingers tracing the petals of a bright, exotic flower. With a deep breath, Marianne starts walking, eager to lose herself in the labyrinth of the city's charm. The bedside lamp casts a warm glow on Marianne, seated at a small desk, a worn leather journal open. Her brow is furrowed in concentration as she carefully writes, the pen scratching softly. A faint smile touches her lips as she reflects on her journey, a moment of quiet contemplation. 5. Oh, I am grateful for the lessons I have learned, she reflects, penning her thoughts. The soft light accentuates the depth of her reflections, a peaceful atmosphere filling the room. Marianne ascends, a silhouette against the towering mountain, her determination etched in every step. Her strong legs carry her higher, the air thinning, the world stretching out below. She pauses, catching her breath, the summit still a distant promise. At the peak, she stands triumphant, wind whipping through her hair. The breathtaking panorama unfolds a world of peaks and valleys, bathed in golden sunlight. Sunlight floods the temple, illuminating swirling dust motes, a sacred space bathed in golden light. Marianne kneels in peaceful prayer before the serene statue, her face radiant. Her eyes close gently, a moment of profound serenity washing over her. Hands rest softly in her lap, embodying tranquility and inner peace. A soft smile graces her lips, hinting at a deep contentment and spiritual fulfillment. In silent reflection, Marianne finds solace within the temple's hallowed halls. Under the relentless desert sun, Marianne rides, a solitary figure against the endless expanse. The camel sways, each step a testament to her determination in this beautiful, harsh world. Heat shimmers on the horizon, blurring the line between sand and sky. Her silhouette embodies adventure, daring, and a fierce embrace of solitude. The vast desert challenges, but Marianne presses on, undeterred by the sun's fiery kiss. Sunlight floods the museum, illuminating swirling dust as Marianne stands before a glass case, her brow furrowed in concentration. She moves with quiet energy, her eyes darting from exhibit to exhibit, absorbing the ancient history and culture. Her fingers trace the outline of a faded tapestry, a small smile playing on her lips. She imagines the long-ago battle unfolding before her, the ancient artifact sparking her imagination. The museum's silence amplifies the echoes of the past, drawing Marianne deeper into its mysteries. Under a boundless sky, Marianne sails on a boat, the vast ocean stretching out before her like an endless dream. The wind dances through Marianne's hair, carrying whispers of freedom and adventure. Sunlight kisses her face as she leans into the wind, the boat slicing through the shimmering waves. A serene smile graces her lips as the salty air fills her lungs, invigorating her spirit. With each passing wave, Marianne feels more alive, the ocean embracing her with its boundless energy. Under the soft glow of the studio lights, Marianne explodes into motion. Her body moves with joyful abandon, each step a story. Energy radiates from her as she leaps and twirls across the floor. Her expression is free, a pure, unbridled expression of joy. The dance studio becomes her sanctuary, a space for total freedom. In each movement, a vibrant tale unfolds, a symphony of motion. Marianne is absorbed in her garden, where vibrant flowers bloom under the sun's gentle caress. Her hands move with delicate precision, nurturing each plant with a loving touch. The air is filled with the sweet scent of blossoms, a symphony of nature's artistry. A profound connection with nature radiates from her, an unspoken bond of life and beauty. Sunlight filters through the leaves, casting dappled shadows that dance around her serene figure. Sunlight floods the library, motes swirling in golden shafts as Marianne sits absorbed, a silhouette against the bright windows. At the table, she is lost in the labyrinth of words, her brow furrowed in concentration, tracing each line with a delicate intensity. The heavy book lies open before her, a gateway to worlds unknown, its pages whispering tales of knowledge and adventure. She is completely engrossed, a lifelong learner, expanding her understanding of the world. Sunlight floods the art studio, motes of dust swirling like tiny galaxies around Marianne. Before a vast canvas, Marianne stands, brow furrowed, a storm of thought brewing beneath her focused gaze. Colors explode onto the canvas as her brush dances, each stroke a bold declaration of her inner world. Lost in her artistic reverie, she blends hues with passion, creating a vibrant tapestry of emotion. Each dab and swirl is a testament to her imagination, a glimpse into the landscape of her soul. The canvas transforms into a mirror, reflecting the turbulent beauty and raw emotion within Marianne. In the hushed music room, Marianne sits poised at the piano, her silhouette framed by the soft glow of a nearby lamp. Her fingers begin their dance, a flurry of motion across the ivory keys, each press releasing a cascade of notes. The music swells, filling every corner of the room, a vibrant tapestry of sound woven with passion and precision. Lost in her art, Marianne's eyes reflect the depth of her soul, each note a whisper of her innermost feelings. The melody soars, then softens, a poignant expression of talent and dedication etched on her face, illuminated by the music. Sunlight floods the bustling coffee shop, the rich aroma of coffee filling the air. Marianne, mid-30s, smiles warmly, her eyes sparkling with genuine interest as she gestures animatedly. Across the table, new friend listens intently, occasionally laughing, captivated by Marianne's words. Marianne radiates sociability, her outgoing nature creating an atmosphere of warmth and connection. Warm light bathes Marianne's apartment, a haven filled with the joyful sounds of friends celebrating. Laughter dances in the air, weaving through stories and shared moments of pure happiness. Marianne glides through her guests, a radiant beacon of warmth and welcome. Her every gesture speaks of kindness, a silent language of genuine care and affection. Each interaction is a gentle reminder of the deep bonds that tie them together. Friendship glows brighter than the lights, illuminating the room with heartfelt connection. Marianne strolls through the park, her steps light as she observes the vibrant trees and flowers under the warm sunlight. A gentle breeze rustles her hair, carrying the scent of blossoms and fresh earth. She smiles, a deep sense of gratitude washing over her as she connects with the beauty of nature. The colorful flowers and lush greenery amplify her feelings of peace and contentment in the tranquil park setting. Sunlight floods Marianne's office, where she sits, a seasoned mentor radiating warmth and authority. She gestures with an encouraging smile, guiding women toward their ambitions. Her presence is a beacon, a symbol of leadership that inspires confidence. Determination glints in the eyes of the women she mentors, reflecting her influence. Hope blossoms in the office as Marianne shares her wisdom and experience. Her guidance empowers them, fostering a supportive environment for growth. Fairy lights cast a gentle glow across Marianne's apartment, illuminating a life paused in memories. A sea of photographs surrounds her, each a vibrant echo of adventures scaled and conquered. Mountains kissed by dawn, ancient ruins whispering secrets, laughter shared in faraway lands. Each photo tells a story. More than memories, they are tangible proof of her resilience, etched in light and shadow. In each snapshot, Marianne's unwavering spirit shines, a beacon against the dimly lit room. As dawn breaks, Marianne stands silhouetted against the horizon, a solitary figure welcoming the sunrise. Golden light bathes her face, a serene smile gracing her lips as she gazes at the unfolding day. The rising sun paints the sky with vibrant hues, mirroring the optimism blooming within her heart. Past shadows fade as she embraces the promise of a new beginning, her spirit soaring with hope. She breathes deeply, inhaling the fresh morning air, a sense of peace washing over her. With newfound resolve, Marianne steps forward, ready to embrace the future with open arms. Sunlight streams into Marianne's apartment, illuminating a face radiant with joy and newfound independence. A soft smile graces her lips, reflecting inner peace and contentment. The apartment is neat, books and art suggesting a life filled with purpose. She stands tall, her posture reflecting strength and self-assuredness. Marianne takes a deep breath, embracing her whole self and the promise of a bright future.